In some ways, 2020 has been kinder to tech workers than others. Most are able to do their jobs remotely. Google said it will be at least July 2021 before workers will be back in the office. Twitter, and now Microsoft, have announced staff may work remotely forever. It is an interesting twist for companies famous for luring employees with their in-office perks that include things like catered lunches, a staff masseuse, and arcade games.
I know a lot of people who really just came just for the job. So if the job is no longer here and the job's now at home, where you were living in a space that maybe you had like a half kitchen or you were sharing a bathroom, like that kind of gets really awkward when you're inside the house 24/7.
Douglas is a father of two in Oakland, California. Now that his company allows remote work, he is thinking of moving. Douglas said the lack of affordable housing will be the deal breaker for him. He's tried to buy a home here, but in the competitive housing market, he has been outbid. Russell Hancock is the president and CEO of Joint Venture Silicon Valley, an organization that tracks the region's economy and quality of life.
What you have right now in Silicon Valley is this amazing collection of talent, maybe the world's greatest collection of talent. They've come from all over the world. Now that talent is dispersing.
Kyle Dobitz and Mara Van Els are moving out of their modest Silicon Valley apartment, where they have both been working remotely with their 2-year-old since March. Dobitz, who works for Google, is transferring to the company's Munich, Germany office, which offers a more affordable cost of living and where places such as parks and museums are more open than the United States. They say unless housing prices drop significantly, they won't move back to the Bay Area, even though they plan to be in Europe just a few years.
We want to be someplace more settled when our kid starts entering primary school. So in 3 years or so, we're kind of going to evaluate where do we want to live for a longer period. And a big part of that will be kind of the affordability of housing.
In the U.S., tech workers are moving to states like Oregon, Washington, Colorado, and Texas, places where tech companies have already set up shop. One California woman who moved to Texas in 2017 with her husband's tech job became a real estate agent to help others moving to the Lone Star State. She started a Facebook group called Move to Texas from California, which now has more than 20,000 members.
So it's just a lot more calm in Texas because it's more affordable. You know, when you live in a more affordable area, it takes a lot of stress off you.
So what does all this migration mean for Silicon Valley?
We've always thought of Silicon Valley as a phenomenon, this phenomenon of entrepreneurship, innovation, with a particular focus on technology and disruption. And so it could be that Silicon Valley just becomes a brand for all of those things wherever they may be happening.
This makes perfect sense to Douglas, who says techies created the tools to make remote work possible.
Remote work in tech it's kind of synonymous. Like all the tools that we're building in the tech industry to make this work, like no reason to have your team in close proximity just to get stuff done.
While there is a desire for things to go back to normal after the pandemic, what normal will look like may be changing in Silicon Valley. Dina Mitchell for VOA News, Oakland, California.